Today on Fresno State Focus, we kick off homecoming week. See how it's much more than a football game.
Do you feel safe on campus? We'll show you how a single text message can save your life.
And see how you can get your hands on some Fresno State history. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Hello, and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Cedric Hood.
And I'm Monica Gerber. Here are the top 7 things to know today. And we begin with a story that is still developing, of suspicious packages found all around the country, including here in Fresno. The boxes, or envelopes, were sent to multiple media organizations this morning, including Fresno's KC24 and CBS 47 studios, as well as CNN in New York. They were also sent to the Obamas, the Clintons, and members of Congress. At this point, it's not known if all of these are related or if some are copycat deliveries. None turned out to be a danger.
Someone in South Carolina is $1 billion richer, or about to be. Lottery officials report that the winning Mega Millions lottery ticket was bought in that state. So far, nobody has claimed the prize that is estimated at a whopping $1.5 billion. The odds at winning were more than 1 in 300 million. Tonight is the Powerball lottery drawing, which is worth $620 million.
Right now, thousands of people are heading toward the U.S.-Mexico border. They are walking hundreds of miles in hopes of seeking asylum in America, desperate to escape the dangers of their homelands in Central America. The caravan formed in Honduras over a week ago and has grown to over 7,000 people. President Trump vows that no one will be allowed to come into our country illegally.
The nation's first female Supreme Court justice made a stunning and heartbreaking announcement. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor is battling dementia, which may lead to Alzheimer's disease. O'Connor released a statement early Tuesday morning saying she will no longer make public appearances because of her failing health. President Ronald Reagan appointed O'Connor to the Supreme Court in 1981.
With homecoming week in full force, here's a peek at what's in store. The week-long events kicked off early Monday morning with a free breakfast for students and staff. The day continued with the parade featuring floats created by various campus departments. Things wrapped up at the fountain with games, music, and a chance to take a photo with Victor E. Bulldog.
Prepare to battle, lip sync battle that is. Fraternities and sororities are hosting a 90s themed lip sync battle, plus step and stroll. Team signups are now closed, but all are welcome to come out, watch, and have fun. It's tonight at 7 o'clock at the Satellite Student Union.
And finally, a big name band will be part of this year's annual pep rally. Indie pop band Echosmith. The pep rally goes from 6 to 9 east of the Peters Building in parking lot 6. The concert is free for all students.
From school shootings to sexual assault, students must be aware of their surroundings when on campus. Let me show you how Fresno State Police is helping keep our campus safe. Whether you are walking to your car or just sitting in class, day or night, an emergency can happen anytime.
I feel safe, but I do feel campus could be a little safer.
From text alerts to emergency phone towers, Fresno State's police department says it's fully prepared for emergencies. It has a variety of resources and tools for students and faculty. Amy Luna from Fresno State's police department has some tips to make students feel safer.
The most important thing is for folks to be aware of their surroundings. And so if you're paying attention to what's going on around you, you're able to act more quickly and maybe make decisions to protect yourself or others around you. So staying aware of your surroundings.
This is really important for not just students with morning and afternoon classes, but also night class students. You want to also be on the lookout for others, and remember that
if you see something, say something.
One way to say something is these blue emergency phone towers are placed all over campus. If you take a look right up top, there's a blue light that shines really bright at night. All you have to do is hit this red button right here and the light will flash. And almost immediately you'll be connected to the 911 dispatch here on campus. Do these towers always work? There was some talk about a year ago if they actually work or not. Sergio Flores is a witness that they do work properly.
I do see several of them across campus. I'm very certain they work. I know one went off a few weeks ago. and it was pretty loud.
Students are also encouraged to say Fresno State's police number.
You want that handy during an emergency, right? You don't want to have to Google that. So add that to your contacts.
Although Garcia thinks the campus can be a little safer, she is happy with the alert system.
I really appreciated the text message I got a couple weeks ago with the Bulldog Alert text message, just in case anything were to happen on campus. I felt that was a good way to let students know that if there were an emergency, we could react appropriately or avoid certain areas.
And no matter where you are on campus, there's always a way to safety. Last year, a number of students had concerns that some of the emergency towers did not work. The police department told us that they should all be working just fine. And by the way, plug the number into your phone for the campus police, 559-278-8400. It's October, which means family and friends are gearing up for Halloween. Each year, a celebration at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo gets bigger. It's Zoo-Boo. I have a very special guest with us. Zookeeper Amanda Ramsey is here to tell us all about the Zoo-Boo. How's it going today, Amanda?
It is going wonderfully.
Good, and I see you brought a friend with you.
I did. You will find this darling little girl at the Zoo-Boo as well. You see, we have animals out on grounds for everyone to meet, especially some of our ambassadors like this one that normally you wouldn't see out and about on zoo property. So this little lady is a 4 to 5 month old Virginia opossum. And her name is Virginia. She's not quite full grown yet. When she's full grown, she'll be between about 8 and 13 pounds.
And what can families and friends look forward to at the Zoo-Boo this year?
Zoo-Boo is a wonderful event where not only do we have a lot of fun themed areas, characters to meet, candy to earn, games, all sorts of activities, coloring, fun stuff like that all over grounds. So it's definitely one of my favorite events.
All right, absolutely. I look forward to that. I might be attending myself. Can you tell us a little bit about any shows or events that might be happening during the Zoo-Boo? Any animal shows or anything like that?
Absolutely. Our different areas are going to be open at different times, especially those involving our animals, like the Tembo and Twiga trails, which will be closing at 7, which is earlier than the event closes. The areas out there on Tembo and Twiga are where you will find some of our darling ambassadors like this. So we definitely want to make sure you head out there to say hello to all of our wonderful animals like the giraffes before they decide it's a little too scary and dark, they want to go to bed.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Amanda. I'm speaking with Amanda Ramsey. She's the zookeeper at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. Amanda will be back here next week on Fresno State Focus with an animal that will be perfect to help us celebrate Halloween. Yes, it may even give you a fright.
Students are finding out that a little goes a long way when it comes to money and saving. Students gathered in the library to find out from financial advisors the most effective ways to invest.
To know those 3 rules of money, which was how fast your money is going to grow, what your rate of return is going to be, and how you're going to be taxed. Those are the 3 things, no matter where you're putting your money, you need to ask those 3 questions. Well, you can get a 6% all the way up to 12%.
Students can make an appointment with the coaches from the Money Management Center to talk about ways to save, grow, and invest their money. Most of us admit we don't get enough sleep, but at least we have a bed to sleep in. A lot of children in our community don't. As Scott Grunwald shows us, there's an organization that is making sure every child has a bed to sleep in.
Welcome to a very special workshop. This wood, these nails, this brand. All pieces of a dream that are being put together to create beds for children.
We service children of all ages, 2 to 18. As long as they're still at home, living at home, we'll provide that bed.
Since 2012, the organization Sleep in Heavenly Peace has built bunk beds for kids all around the country. It may be difficult to imagine, but there are a lot of children in Fresno who don't have a bed.
There's 400 applications here in Fresno waiting for beds. That's 400 kids, and each of those applications, I know for myself, usually averages about 3 kids per application. So do the math.
The chapter here in Fresno and Clovis started back in May. They've already done multiple build days, each one more successful than the last.
Like an assembly line, every volunteer has a part to play. And every volunteer wants to be here because this means so much to them. Alyssa Sipes knows firsthand how much this matters.
And I had a little boy say to me, I've never had a bed. I promise you I will make my bed every single day. And he helped me make his bed. And that to me is so rewarding. It makes everything I do worth it.
The Fresno chapter is still young, but is already having a big impact on people's lives and has bigger goals for next year.
Our goal is to hit at least 300 beds, possibly 500. I mean, I have some big aspirations, but we need great sponsors, great volunteers. We definitely have the kids that need the help.
And so as long as there's a need, these busy hands and big hearts will keep working. In Fresno, Scott Gruenwald, Fresno State Focus.
The organization will take a break from building beds around the holidays to deliver what they've made so far. For more information on getting a bed for a child, or if you want to get involved, visit shpbeds.org.
Is the stress of the semester getting to you? Coming up on this week's Focus on Health, learn how to manage that stress.
Plus, we'll go live with Lindsay Hyatt as she shows us how the Bulldog Cheer Squad is prepping for Saturday's homecoming game. All that when we come back.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
Homecoming is one of the busiest weeks at Fresno State. A lot of preparation goes into these events with the help of many campus organizations. I went behind the scenes to find out how they get it all done.
Homecoming week is a busy one here on campus. So many different departments are involved, but nothing could happen without USU projections.
And basically what we're doing is we assist with setup, takedown of the event, promoting it, pushing it for students to know what's going on and what's happening on campus.
Like all of these games, cornhole, musical chairs, and students even get to hang out with Victory, Bulldog, and Timeout. ASI is another essential group responsible for the success of Homecoming Week.
So ASI helps with funding homecoming every year, and we also participate in the events. This week we'll be celebrating National Student Day, and we'll be passing out free mini pumpkins.
So while you're enjoying this week, catching up with old friends, or celebrating Fresno State's many traditions, take a moment and appreciate all the people who volunteered to make this all happen.
Catch the next event tonight at 7 in the Satellite Student Union. Remember, that's the lip sync battle. The winners will be featured in the pep rally on Friday. Lisa Gomez is one of those students that's super busy planning the homecoming. She's taking a break with us from preparing to join us. Thanks for joining us, Lisa.
Thank you.
So, homecoming this year is Forever Fresno State. What made you guys think of that theme?
So we wanted a theme that basically encompasses all of Fresno State, including generations upon generations, and we felt like Forever Fresno State was a perfect theme.
And what new things have you guys implemented in this year's homecoming?
So for starters, on kickoff, we implemented our new parade, which was basically a parade of different floats from various organizations on campus to help kick off homecoming, and we're also going to be doing a bunch of other cool things throughout the week.
Yeah, I saw the parade Monday, and it was super cool seeing all of the organizations, especially there was one and they dressed up in different outfits and stuff, so that was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of planning and preparation do you guys do to make sure this all goes on?
So we've actually been planning homecoming since the summer, and we basically have just been going through various meetings, working with different orgs on campus to help make this event bigger and better.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us, Lisa. We've been talking with Lisa Gomez with the Homecoming Committee. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
It's midterm season, which can be stressful. In today's Focus on Health, physical therapy doctoral student Jonathan Fernandez and Andrew Lee show us some ways you can manage that stress right here on campus.
Hi, Fresno State Focus. Today we're going to be talking about stress management. Does this look like you after a long day of studying and school? Well, there's many different resources around campus to help you manage your stress. For example, aerobic exercise has been shown to help with depression, anxiety, and stress, and the Student Rec Center is available for your use, and they also have lead classes such as yoga and spin classes available.
Also, the on-campus Student Health and Counseling Center offers resources to help you deal with your stress. They have classes that teach you meditation, tapping, and breathing exercises. There are also counselors to talk to you and for you to talk to them to sort through your stress and anxiety.
In next week's Focus on Health, I show you how just a little bit of cardio throughout your day can help lower stress and keep that waistline where you want it to be.
If you've been to a football game, you've seen them flip, stunt, and tumble along the sidelines.
Reporter Lindsay Hyatt is live at the South Gym, where the cheerleaders are perfecting their routine before they hit the field this weekend. Hey Lindsay, how's it going out there?
Thanks, Cedric and Monica. I'm here at the Fresno State cheerleading practice where the cheer team is flipping out. I'm here with Fresno State senior and cheerleader Janalyn Milam to talk about what the girls are doing to gear up for the big game. Hi, thanks for coming and skipping your practice to talk to us today.
Thanks for having us. We're having so much fun.
Oh, good. So I see you guys are working really hard. What have you been doing to prepare for homecoming on Saturday?
We've really been trying to up our difficulty level in stunting, so increasing our difficulty in pyramids and in group stunts, and just making sure that we're super energetic for the crowd on Saturday.
Right, definitely. And what are you most looking forward to about the game on Saturday?
I think my favorite part is tailgating, getting out and seeing everybody and getting everybody pumped for the game before they even come inside. I always love tailgating.
Yeah, me too, definitely. And you're a senior, so you've done this. This is not your first rodeo.
Yeah.
So, how are you guys changing it up this year to make it more interesting for the crowd?
You know, actually, at this game, we're going to be having our alumni come, which is something that's relatively new for our program. So that's really exciting. It gets us pumped up and gets us working hard for them.
And you also have a lot of cool stunts that you've been working on,
Yeah, we
right?
do.
Do you guys think that you'd be able to show me any?
Sure, the boys are ready for you right here.
Oh, no way.
It takes two to tango, and several to salsa. Or at least that's the case for members of Ritmo y Pasión, a dance club on campus where Fresno State students and community members come together to dance. Every Friday night, salsa lovers head to the Peters Building basement, where they dance the night away.
Setup is over, and you know what that means. It's time to break out your dancing shoes. We're moving into rooms 11 and 13 to begin the salsa lesson.
Attendees spend the first hour or so learning routines. There's one beginner class and another for dancers more seasoned in the way of salsa. No matter which class you choose, you're bound to meet someone new. Club president Marbella Nunez says that's one of the reasons she first fell in love with Salsa Club.
I don't know, it was freeing. It was freeing, like just the fact that you got to meet new people, that you got to dance with them, got to interact with them. Like it wasn't just keeping to yourself, it was getting out there and actually doing something.
It's the warm exchanges between officers, members, and partners that transforms the club into a family.
We get the early setup and hang out late, and we go travel dancing together. So the people who are really part of the club, they have some moments of bonding that, say, just walking in and hanging out with us on a Friday night, you wouldn't get. So we like to hang out on campus and off campus together. So it just becomes a little salsa familia.
Whether you're learning combos on campus or doing salsa at the square, in Ritmo y Pasión, you're never far from your salsa familia.
And moving on from one town onto the next, I'll take you behind the scenes of Fresno State's one and only salsa club, Ritmo y Pasión, and show you how it's about so much more than just salsa.
Thank you a lot, Lindsay. Coming up in sports, Fresno State's football team gets great news after picking up their 5th straight win. What's ahead for the team after this weekend's homecoming game?
Steps up, wants it all right here.
Plus, it's Masters on the mound versus Masters at the plate. We recap Game 1 and look ahead to Game 2. Stay tuned on your Focus on Sports with Scott.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head.
Up in my head.
I got that bulldog spirit. Up in my head. Up in my head to say. I got that bulldog spirit. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit. Down in my toes. Hey. Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit. Up in my head. Deep in my heart. Down in my toes. I got that bulldog spirit. All over me. All over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit.
Deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit.
Welcome back. I'm Scott Grunwald with your Focus on Sports. The Bulldogs are moving through this homecoming week knowing they are headed to a bowl game after picking up their 6th win of the season and 5th in a row after beating New Mexico State 38-7 last Saturday. Senior quarterback Marcus McMarion continues to light up the competition with his 4th straight game with multiple touchdown passes. Sophomore running back Ronnie Rivers was everywhere for the Dogs, picking up 3 touchdowns of his own. The Bulldog defense still looks stronger than ever, with junior free safety Mike Bell getting his 3rd pick in as many games. The Dogs are at home this week for their homecoming game against Hawaii. Fresno State's women's soccer team has been on a hot streak. The team continued its winning ways with its 3rd victory in a row last Sunday against the Aggies of Utah State. The game went back and forth with no score in a stalemate of the first half. The lone goal came in the 59th minute when senior Olivia Murbeck got her 1st goal of the season. Fresno State returns home to face the San Jose State Spartans this Friday at 7. Admission and parking will be free. The volleyball team is having its best start in conference play in program history. An 8-1 record in Mountain West play puts them at the top of the league standings. Their overall record of 16-6 is the best record since 2003. Junior setter Madeline Halteman led the team against San Jose State with her insane stat sheet of 52 assists, 13 digs, 4 aces, 4 blocks, and 3 kills. Halteman now moves into 5th place for total assists in program history. Congrats, Madeline, for taking home Mountain West Player of the Week honors, the very first of her career. Now, the Bulldog golf team just got back from the Las Vegas Collegiate Showdown at the Boulder Creek Golf Club. I'm sitting with redshirt junior Kristen Simonson. Thanks for coming by.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Now, how'd you get into golf? Were you growing up with it, or?
So I started when I was about 6 years old. My family was playing golf, and my sister, who is 6 years older, was kind of just, you know, how you tag along your older siblings. So that's kind of how I got started, and then it caught my attention as golf has so many factors compared to other sports. It's not just about physical skills. It's also a lot about mental skills, and you get to travel a lot and be out in fresh air. So that's really why I really like golf.
So tell me a little bit about how you ended up here at Fresno State.
So I'm from Norway originally, and the United States has really good college programs for international students to combine college, school, and golf. So I saw this as a really good opportunity for me to evolve my golf as I hopefully want to go professional after college. And then so I was looking for schools as my coach, Emily Lofton, she was looking for players, and then she recruited me to come over, and we had a good connection from the beginning of, and I felt like Fresno State had a very welcoming spirit. You know, I had a good stomach feeling, and the practice facilities are really good. So.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, I wish we had more time, but we were sitting with Kristen Simonson from the Fresno State golf team. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Of course. Game 2 of the World Series starts in about 40 minutes. The Dodgers were there just a year ago, but Boston is the team in the lead. The Red Sox got an early 2-run lead in the first, but Matt Kemp knocked a single-run homer, and Manny Machado hit a ground ball to tie things up by the third. The duel between starting pitchers Clayton Kershaw and Chris Sale never even really sparked up. In the bottom of the 7th, Boston used Eduardo Nunez as a pinch hitter, and it paid off majorly. He knocked a 3-run homer out of the park, and Boston never gave up the lead. Game 2 is again at Fenway tonight. First pitch starts at 5:09 on Fox 26. You won't want to miss it. And that's the Focus on Sports. Now let's get another look at how Fresno State is getting amped up for homecoming. Katie?
Thanks, Scott. There's a star moving around campus right now, getting everyone psyched about Saturday's big homecoming game. It's the game ball, and yup, you get to hold it before kickoff.
The homecoming game football is going around campus, a new tradition that just started this year to encourage the football team to a victory. For the past 2 months, Fresno State students, faculty, and staff have been posting pictures and videos with the ball. In this way, we can share good vibes and wishes to the players.
So Bless the Ball, it's a campaign that we're trying to do to promote homecoming, trying to get students pumped about homecoming and trying to get good blessings, good luck to the football team.
It is not every day someone gets to touch the game ball, so this is becoming a real thrill for people.
I think blessing the game ball is a great opportunity to wish the players good luck, and it's pretty cool to touch the actual game ball.
Students can see these pictures and videos by typing in #BlessTheBall. The ball has been around to many departments, getting everyone pumped up for the homecoming game.
Isn't that cool? You too can touch the Fresno State game ball against Hawaii this weekend. No other school does anything like this, and as long as everyone handles it with care, the Fresno State Student Involvement Center hopes that this will become a Fresno State homecoming tradition.
It's an amazing thing. It's really cool, and I'm just thankful for all the teachers and all the faculty members that are supporting us, and we look for great things this Saturday.
No matter what the result is in the upcoming game, the players know they can look at these blessings and remember the experience.
So, look for it. The game ball will be at the homecoming week events the next few days. If you want to get your hands on the ball and feel like Marcus McMarion for just one moment, contact SI_marketing at csufresno.edu.
Now it's time for What's the Tea? You know, what are the cool kids talking about? Have you heard of a Finsta account? It's the growing trend among generations of creating a second Instagram account.
While there is no set reason why Finstas are created, many make them to showcase their private lives, posting content they would not normally post on their everyday public accounts. The content ranges from party pictures to rants on friends or their workplace. What do you guys all think of the trend?
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you can have an account for your good events and your bad events. I mean, what more can you ask for?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't know this was too much of a thing until 2 hours before we went on, and it's kind of crazy because it really makes you think on who you're subscribing or following, and if they're, who they say they are.
Absolutely.
I just think it's kind of funny because when I first heard about Finsta accounts 2-3 years ago, it was for people to post things that they wouldn't want their parents to see or future employers and stuff, and now employers and professionals are using these accounts so they can showcase their private lives and not have everything so public.
Do you have one? Looks like I have to go make one now. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we're getting in the Halloween spirit.
Things will get spooky in the studio as we explore Fresno's zombie crawl.
And see how a legacy of a Fresno State student lives through art.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.